Hey guys, excuse the setup. This is going to be a bit of a DIY tutorial on how to make a really simple brine shrimp hatchery. This is just maybe a short series, or I haven't quite decided yet, but a video to show you that things don't have to be expensive to work to do the job. They can be cheap and cheerful and still do exactly the same thing. So what I aim to do is I'm going to show you how to make this brine shrimp hatchery, and then what I'll do is I want to do a side-by-side comparison with a like a pre-built JBL one that I bought quite a few years ago, which is a brilliant little hatchery. But I just want to do a side-by-side comparison so you can see that you can achieve good results with both. So without further ado, let's begin. It's literally super simple. All we're going to need is a 2 litre pop bottle. Could be smaller than that even, but I find 2 litres is a good size. A knife or scissors, because we're going to be basically cutting part of the bottle away. And then a piece of airline, which obviously you'll need an air pump. So hopefully that's something you got lying around. Most aquarists tend to. This has got a check valve, a non-return valve. It's not super essential depending on where you site it, but I like to use one just to be on the safe side. So to start, basically what we want to create is we want to create the actual hatchery. That's where your cysts are going to bubble and hopefully hatch, and a stand so it doesn't topple over basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find this line here. I'm going to get my knife and sort of pierce the bottle, and from here you can get your scissors in. This is so simple, it's quite literally, if you blink you'll miss it. And there we go. So that's your base, that's your hatchery part. That's going to sit in the base there like so, and then we're going to connect our air line to the air pump, and that's going to sit in the bottle right down to the bottom and sit where the lid is. Don't know if you can see that very well. That's going to sit right down there in the bottom and just gently bubble away, and that's going to roll the cysts and hopefully hatch your baby brine shrimp for your fish fry. So what I'll do is I'll leave that there, and I'll get back to you when they're sort of set up side by side and ready to go. We'll go through how we load them up and get them ready to hatch some baby brine shrimp. Right guys, we're back. These are the two hatcheries side by side. Can you see that? So a shout out to Perky there at Koi Services, absolute legend. So yeah, that's the two hatcheries side by side. All we're going to need for the next bit is some salt. Ideally you want the de-iodized type, or sea salt would be preferable. We're going to need 500 millilitres of water in each hatchery. Need a tablespoon measure, because we'll need 2 tablespoons of salt for every 500 millilitres of water. And then finally we've got the artemia cysts. So these are basically your eggs for your brine shrimps. So we'll just go and set these up and get them going. there's 500 ml gone into there. $500 ml gone into there. So I'm trying to work around the camera here. So we want 2 tablespoons of salt in that one, 2 in that one, and then we want 1 tablespoon of brine shrimp in each. We have 1 in that one, and 1 in that one. Alright, so now it's just a case of getting them both bubbling. So connect this one, and then we'll turn the air on for this one. Hopefully you'll be able to see that's both of them starting to bubble now. So what we'll do is we'll give them 24 to 36 hours. That's normally a good range for the cysts to start hatching. And then what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll do a harvest of each, and we'll see what we come out with. See you there. Cheers. Right guys, so we're back. It's about 36 hours into the process that these have been bubbling for. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn off the oxygen, the air pumps at this time, and then we're going to let everything settle. But whilst we're doing that, the artemia, the brine shrimp, they are attracted to light. So what we're going to do is we're going to take an LED light, or you can use your phone torch or anything, just a bright light. Doesn't necessarily have to give off heat, just the light is what they're attracted to. And we're going to place it near the bottom, or as near as you can get to both vessels, in the hopes of attracting all the shrimp in this solution to the light, and that'll make them much easier to harvest at a later date. So without further ado, we can turn off the air to that one. What we'll do is we'll just remove the airline. We can just let that sit now. And on this one, I'll just pull the air tube from the top there, that's fine. So now, I would normally use the torch on my phone, but obviously I'm recording from my phone at the moment. So what I'm going to try instead is I've got this just an old aquarium LED. It's, as you can see, pretty bright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that there like that, and I'm going to let that settle for probably 10 to 15 minutes. And what should hopefully happen in that time is the hatched cysts will sink to the bottom, and all the artemia will also go towards the light, so they'll be near the bottom, and the top will be the unhatched eggs, basically. and hopefully then we'll be able to compare how many shrimp we get from each batch, and we'll be able to do a good comparison of whether the cheaper easily made one or the expensive shop bought one is better or not. But I'm guessing they're both going to be about the same. Anyway, I'll get back to you in about 10-15 minutes then when they've settled. Right then guys, it's been about 15 minutes now. So now we can do the harvest. So I don't know if you can see from the video there, this part of the liquid's gone very clear. I got mixed up earlier when I was telling you about the layers. The hatched eggs are the ones that are floating on the surface, was what I was meant to say, and the unhatched would have sunk to the bottom because they're heavier. And all the artemia, the brine shrimp, should be at the bottom, attracted to the light source. So I find the best thing to harvest them with is one of these sort of turkey baster type pipette things. The JBL one does come with a sieve that you can use, but for the sake of this experiment I'm going to do the same with both. And and then I'm going to decant, should I say, if I can get my words out, what we get from each into these bottles, so we can compare how much we've got in each one. So just going to remove the light source now, because they've all been attracted to the bottom there. And then we'll start with this one. So what we do, just give it a bit of a squeeze, drop it down into the liquid, and then it will suck up the shrimp. And then what I'll do is squirt all that into the one jar on the left. There we go. Got one more in there. And then the cheaper one. Right, so there's a little bit more in this left-hand one. Don't want to waste those, they're all good for the baby fish. Right, so what we'll hopefully be able to see, let's bring you down a bit more level, is there's really not that much difference in it when you look at them. And that could just be the difference in the water that's been sucked up. So yeah, basically it just shows that you can use a cheaper alternative and still get very good results from it. I wouldn't be disappointed at that amount that's come out there on the right, especially for how much effort has been put into actually making it. The sort of the return on investment is actually pretty good. I'd say just if you're going to do this at home, use the brine shrimp eggs with the best hatch rate that you can find, because I've tried it with cheaper cysts before and it's just a pain. So buy a good cyst, and with a decent hatch rate, and you can't go far wrong really. So anyway, I hope that's been interesting to you guys. It certainly has been for me. And could we make the hatchery better? Yeah, of course we could. We could spend more time building it. We could. There's all sort of gubbins you can buy now from various internet sites that you can put little valves on the bottom for siphoning off the artemia and all sorts of bits and bobs. But really, if you want to keep it simple, I hope this has shown that you can do. It's very effective. So yeah, thanks for sticking with me. And if you want me to build a more advanced one, or if you want me to do, if there's anything else you'd like me to try out, to do a comparison on, let me know in the comments, and I'll see if I can accommodate. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.